Did you know that being good at the Pokemon TCG, VGC, or Go can award you a stipend or travel award to travel to a foreign continent, and Pokemon pays for it? Well, today I'm going to explain to you guys how you can earn a travel award or stipend, a lump sum of money that will contribute to your travel to one of these foreign countries to play in the Pokemon game that you are good at. My name is Rahul Reddy, and today's video we're going to be talking about Pokemon TCG, well, I guess all Pokemon competitive stipend and travel awards, what they are, how you can earn one, and are they really worth chasing? It's a topic of hot contention. Quite frequently every year, people see stipends and they think, oh my god, I can get free money to travel to any of these internationals. So first off, what is a stipend? Pokemon decides that based on their top X in each game, each division, you are awarded the top X players in each one. For example, I believe it is top 16 in North America. I think it's top 16 for everybody, actually, for TCG. Top 8 for VGC, maybe. Maybe it's top 16 for everybody in VGC as well. But the top 4 get a travel award. These players in each individual rating period, which I will explain in a second what these rating periods are, will earn a travel award and stipend. These are individual from the World Championship Travel Award and Stipend. What this is a lump sum of money that is awarded for you to assist in your travel to come to one of these events. I believe they have begun paying these out ahead of time so that players have access to travel, and I don't think they take them back if you can't go for some reason. So let's say you end up finding yourself in a position to go to London here, but you can't go due to personal reasons or something, but you'll still get awarded the money if you fill out all the paperwork. So the way these things work is travel awards and stipends are given to players, like I said, to go to LAIC, to go to EUIC, to go to NAIC, and it's awarded during a certain period. Now, the periods have changed year to year, but the one constant that has existed is that the last day of the qualification period for each individual travel award / stipend is the last day of the former international that occurred. So the 2023 season ended with NAIC, meaning the day after NAIC, if you went to a League Challenge, a League Cup, whatever, you were eligible to earn championship points towards your total for the 2024 World Championships. Now, that also meant that we kicked off the start of the LAIC, we kicked off the EUIC travel stipend. Last year, actually, the last quarter of the year, meaning the day after EUIC ended in April to the end of NAIC, those top 16 players actually qualified for the first international this year. So some players who went above and beyond last year at the end of the year were able to earn a spot in LAIC this year. The difference between a travel award and a stipend is very simple. Travel awards outside of your region, if you're above 18, are $3,500. If they're in region, it's $2,000. If you're under 18, you get $5,000 out of region and $2,500 in region, which means for us as North American players, if you're watching, you could be from anywhere, but I'm speaking from a perspective of a North American TCG player. That is NAIC for us. NAIC would be our in-region stipend. Now, players who finish 5th to 16th in TCG and 5th through 8th in VGC are eligible to earn a $1,000 stipend paid after the event, actually. Sorry, my mistake. The stipend for the $1,000 is awarded if you attend and have completed at least one round of play in the main event. So you actually have to go if you're 5th through 16th or 5th through 8th if you want to earn that $1,000. And there is priority registration for these things. If you also want to say no to your travel award, I believe that no, they can't. You can't do that anymore. Never mind. That's a scratch. But anyway, so what does this mean? What qualifies into this like lump sum of time period? What qualifies for day after 2023 NAIC to the last season of the 2024 LAIC season? Well, it follows a similar pattern to our existing BFLs. What is a BFL? It's a best finish limit. Best finish limits indicate that if you play in, let's say, 10 league challenges and you have 7 top 4s, 2 seconds at a first, your 2 seconds, and then your 3 top 4s would be counted. Your best 6 finishes would be counted towards your overall rating to the World Championships and then your overall stipend rating. It does, your stipend / travel award leaderboard does reset. So let's say you still have 6 finishes already at this point in time. If you want to go for an NAIC stipend, they will reset to 0, not for your overall World Championship progress, but for simply the NAIC stipend progress. You would have to earn 6 new Cup Challenge finishes, 6 new League Challenge finishes, and 6 new regional finishes. And the caveat being that the international that the period is in, so LAIC, will be included towards EUIC stipend. EUIC will be included towards NAIC stipend, which is a lump sum of points that, internationals just give a lot. So being able to spike international is very important. However, you still need to supplement that with your challenges and your cups if you're going to go for it. So 6 challenges, 6 cups, potentially 6 regionals. You can go to all those, and an international will be what you need to get into that leaderboard period. This is a flash look at what the leaderboards looked like towards the end of last season in the NAIC to LAIC EUIC to NAIC qualifying period. So these 16 players have earned a spot at NAIC. Azul or LAIC. Azul barely missing out here in 17th, notable name, but here Cyrus, Gabriel, Rowan, Ian, Grant, John, Aiden, Victor, Connor, Keon, Grant, Chris, all earning $1,000 to attend LAIC if they choose to do so and play at least one round. And the top 4, Drew, Reagan, Caleb, and Cal, earning a top 4 travel award, earning them $3,500 to attend, as well as a guaranteed spot in the tournament. Now, you can also look at this year's leaderboard by just coming up here and shifting it to 2024 World Championships. Typically, there will be one for each individual stipend period, but Pokemon is really bad at updating these sometimes, so you might not know exactly. Luckily for us, the very first one is just going to be the exact same as what the World Championship leaderboards do show, so you can see who's currently in 17th. Womp womp. That's me. In the case of a tie, I believe Pokemon has historically paid out to everyone who has reached that tie number. So if this season stipend snapshot ended right here, myself and Juan Flores would be tied for 16th. So I would still earn the $1,000, but Pokemon could change their mind at any point and just say, you know what, Rahul, because you're 17th, we're not going to give you the money. And I'd be like, that's reasonable. I completely understand. This is still an early snapshot. Keep that in mind. But if you are performing extremely well at your local challenges or cups, let's say I'm just going to go here. Let's say you're on page 3 and you are Jake Santiago and you're heading to the next 3 regionals in the US circuit. You might want to go for it. This might be something that you want to put your effort into getting, but you have to weigh the pros and cons. You have to weigh the time of traveling to regionals. Is it worth me spending a couple $1,000s to go to these regionals? If your budgeting is that way, versus is it a couple of drives, like maybe Peoria is an easy one for you to get to, into Sacramento being like an easy flight, and then the rough one is like an East Coast flight from West to Canada. Is it worth doing all this to get that stipend or that travel award potentially, and also committing to the fact that you're going to LAIC? So it's a lot to balance out, but each stipend quarter is its own beast, and sometimes you could just have a really good IC performance or a really good regional performance that puts you in a position to go for it. Myself, I'm technically going for it, but if I don't get it, I'm not going to be too pressed. I do live on the East Coast, so having access to Europe via cheaper flights is very nice for myself. Now, this also holds true for the World Championships. At the end of the year, it's not a reset. So like your best 6 cups, best 6 challenges, best 6, all of those will be counted towards the World Championship travel award stipend. So here they changed the whole shtick, the dynamic. We've talked about this a little bit in a different video, but 1 through 16 will get travel awards and a tier 1 buy. So if you finish in the 16 players, not me, you say that though, will get a travel award, meaning they will get the full $3,500, $2,000, whatever. Like Worlds is in region for us North American players, so it would be $2,000 to head to Hawaii. A considerable amount of money for your year-long performance. This is not something you should be gunning for towards the end of the year. Maybe you are, like that round 1 buy is just so important to you. That travel award is so important to you. Then you want to travel to a couple extra events and make sure you cover your bases. But this is something that I believe will come if you have been performing all year, if you have been earning those results. Last year, I believe, out of our top 16 players heading to the World Championships, let me pull this up last year, just I don't want to misspeak. The 2023 World Championships, I believe, had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11. Oh, sorry. Had 10 people who top, I believe 10. I think there may be one more in there. I could be mistaken. Have top 8 in international or better, which is an incredible accomplishment, an incredible accolade to even put under your belt. So it's already setting the bar very, very, very high. And you can see some of the people who are right outside. 2-time regional champion, one NAIC, top 4 NAIC, finals at regionals, like top, there's the accomplishments you have to perform to even have your spot up here. So don't think too much about the end of the year travel award and stipend. If you can't get those big finishes, the immediate goal should be your world's invite and then go from there. Same money, everything is the exact same. And I mean, I hope that if you are earning or looking towards stipends, you are able to first get to that goal of qualifying for the World Championships. Don't shoot for the moon. Don't shoot. If you shoot for the stars and you miss, you'll land on the moon, is what people say all the time. But if you can't even see the moon, you shouldn't be shooting for the stars. I feel like going for something like a travel stipend or award and putting yourself in like considerable debt or something like that, don't do that. Like just don't do that. Like a flight to Europe cannot be worth spending like, I don't know, like $3,000 to do all this. Like, no, you can just fly to Europe. It's fine, man. So yeah, all 3 of the ICs I believe this year are pretty accessible from North America. I think my Sao Paulo flight was a little over 700. I will do a little bit of a budget breakdown in a different video once I play a couple regionals coming up here, so I can show you guys a little bit of a better look at it. Like London is usually typically 500 to 700 for me, and then New Orleans should not be too expensive of a flight. So you guys can budget these things properly. You can plan well in advance for ICs, but this is your primer on how to get a travel award or stipend, and Pokemon can pay for you to play the Pokemon TCG. So let me know in the comments below where you think you are, if you're going to go for it. Was this helpful for you guys? I don't know if this was like too niche of a topic where only a couple people will understand it or like it, but like let me know if this is something that's cool for you guys to have me keep talking about, because I do like talking about the dynamics at the top of the table. So if you guys enjoy this content, please like and subscribe, and with all that being said, peace out.